Hey everyone, it's Sammy. This is a quick trick on how to color correct foundation that is too dark for you. Now I know that in America you can often take back makeup if you bought makeup that you don't like or is wrong for you, but in Europe we can't. And you so often, no matter how hard you try, you get kind of matched wrong. Even the professional will match you wrong. The lights in department stores are just awful. So basically this trick can come in really handy. Also, if you have testers like this, the idea for this came up because I really wanted to use my Evlon tester and the shade was way too dark for me. So if there's something that you want to use and it is way too dark for you, now if it's ever so slightly too dark for you, just mix it with a lighter foundation that you already have and that should do the trick. But like the Evlon one is actually considerably too dark for me. So this foundation is clearly way too dark for me. I look a bit Oompa Loompa now. So now, like, I have color corrected it and I'll show you how to do it super quickly. It's very easy. So I'm just gonna get started. I'll tell you what I have on my face at the end of the video. And oh yeah, for some reason this morning when I woke up, I felt like channeling Farrah Fawcett with my hair. So it's a bit 80s, but I'm kind of digging that today. But apart from that, yeah, we're gonna get started. So the foundation I'm going to use today is by Evlon. This is a tester I received and it's the Radiance Lift Foundation SPF 15 and the shade I got in the tester is Honey 12 and that's too dark for me. But I really wanted to use the foundation and as you can see I already used it yesterday, but I'm going to do it again today for you because this is, you know, it's not only testers. I'm using a beauty blender to apply my foundation. It's not only testers that you sometimes get the wrong color foundation in. Department store lights can be deceiving. Even when you get color matched, sometimes you get a foundation that's too dark. So what I'm going to show you is how to remedy that. Now in America you can take makeup back. In Europe, and at least in most countries, you can't. You're stuck with it. So instead of kind of having to throw away a really nice foundation, show you how to correct it. So we need to remedy this. So what you do is pick a concealer. I usually use an under eye concealer. I've got the NYX. This is actually in yellow, but it's much lighter than my skin tone. I have Makeup Forever HD High Definition Concealer and this is in 309, again much lighter than my skin. And I also often use this one because this is a really convenient container. So it's the Garnier Roll-On concealer and it is lighter than my face. It's perfect for under the eyes. So, but because this foundation is, the difference is so much more than the one that I would actually buy myself, I'm going to use the lightest one, which is the Makeup Forever concealer. Now it really doesn't matter which concealer you use. Use a fluid one so that you can blend it nicely with your foundation, and don't use one that you love too much. So I'm gonna, like, this one is one of those that you kind of squirt out. Because I want to use a lot of it, I'm just gonna squirt a whole bunch on my hand. So I'm gonna start with my beauty blender, and where I'm gonna use this is my jawline. And as you can see, it's really quickly changing the foundation. So what you need a foundation to be is like the same color as your neck. So because the concealer is so much lighter, it's very quickly kind of like, you can see how it's changing this side of my face to match my neck compared to this side. You can use a brush for this as well, but since I already had the beauty blender out, might as well use that. This is always the first part that I color correct. And I also dab it on my chin if the color difference is big. If it isn't, usually you can leave the chin alone. And blend the edges really well. Now what you can see is actually doing like reverse contouring. So sometimes it's good to use a foundation that's too dark because you get that reverse contouring automatically. Then I also do center of my forehead. I'm going to switch to a brush for this. This is the Sigma P84 and I normally use this for under eyes, but for this kind of stuff I just want to get a little bit more precision, so I do it with that. I'm blending with my beauty blender again. And I'm just doing the center of my forehead. All of this, the foundation that's a little bit too dark on the sides of my forehead, that just ends up being contouring. This is a concealer I normally use for really, really pale girls. And I'm pulling it lower than I normally would. This had a little bit of concealer on it. Never mind, it's all part of the game. So I'm just blending it in. Just gonna use a brush on the inner corner and brush just on the lash line so I can blend it in well. And again, make sure you blend everything super, super well. So also I tend to use a a colored powder, so to speak. This is MAC MSF in light, and I didn't take a powder brush ready. That's fine. I'm just taking one Sigma, and I go over the areas where I really want to color correct. I'm just going to put a little bit of blusher and my lips and my brows on, and I'll be right back. So now we're color corrected. At the end of the video, I'll talk you through just the couple of products that I use on my face as well, and my eyes. But that's all there is to it. It is actually really, really easy, and it kind of contours as well. I'm also going to show you, I'm going to make another video about how to color correct foundation that is too light in the upcoming weeks. And that's often, like, you know, that's a problem in the summer when we get a little bit of a tan and our foundation starts to be too light. So you kind of want to be able to remedy that too. Anyways, I wanted to ask your ideas on something, and what I want ideas on is I've got like these little projects that I do myself for like using up makeup. So for example, I've got tons of lip balms. I've got 3 lip balms that I want to use up and then buy one that I really, really want. But in order to be able to buy that I really, really want, I want like have 3 lip balms that I want to use up. I have the same in body creams. I have the same in a couple of different categories. So I wanted to come up with ideas for like a video. Well, what shall I call it? It's kind of like use these 3 in order to get this. Basically, that's my idea, but I can't come up with a name for it. So I thought you guys might be able to help. But so leave your comments below. So on the rest of my face, I used the Hourglass Ambient lighting blush in Mood Exposure. Love this. And I also used the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in, I always forget the name, it's such a cute name, Reserve Your Cabana. I'm obsessed with this product. Like, I use it every single day. On my lips, I have the NYX lip liner in Natural, which is just like your lips but better type color, and my gloss is Lorax Tantalizer lip gloss in Rico. It's such a summer kind of flavor to me, and a color. I only get it out once I have a little tiny bit of a tan. On my eyes, I dug out an old favorite, the Too Faced Naked Eye. I completely forgot how perfect this palette is. I'm going to start using it again. I don't know why I ever stopped. It's very, very neutral eye. Apart from, you can't see this on camera, but on my waterline and lower lash line, I have the Milani Liquid Eye in purple. You probably won't be able to see it, that it's kind of purple on my hand either. It's a very, very dark purple, but in the sun it's actually quite cool. So you kind of have a neutral eye look, but there's something, you know, there's something to it. I also have the 4D mascara. This is the, hold on, Misha 4D mascara. Amazing mascara. I am in love with it. And I do have some lashes on. These are the Eylure 65 Years London Calling lashes. They're really kind of winged out. They're quite subtle, so I like them. A little bit of fluid line. And then, oh yeah, on my brows, I just have the Maybelline Brow Drama in dark blonde. I've been going through a phase of not doing my brows too much, but you know, that's probably going to be over next week, and I'll be doing them very precisely. But that's kind of my face done. And obviously the foundation that I color corrected was the Eve Lom Radiance Lift Foundation. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.